I will never use the phrase book buying ban again because it triggered me. Hi, welcome back. I'm Adrienne, and I'm kind of embarrassed today. Well, not really, but just a little bit. I have 59 books here, which are all or most of the books that I've bought since my February book haul. I've said multiple times in videos, especially book hauls, that I was going on a book buying ban, which I will no longer ever be saying again because it doesn't work for me. It sets me off. It makes me buy more stuff in a panic of thinking I'm not allowed to buy stuff anymore. Which is kind of disturbing because if I can't control me, like, literally, who can? Anyways, I'm gonna show you through them. I'm not gonna go through each and every one because we don't want to be here all day. I think I like the idea of all these books being in like categories. So how about most embarrassing unnecessary purchase? One, The Count of Monte Cristo, because like, when am I gonna read that? Seriously, that was just runner up. Top dumbest purchase, Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. I bought this when I was struggling through book 1, The Way of Kings. This is book 4 in the Stormlight Archives. I didn't even know if I was gonna finish book 1, but I was like, yes, I need this. Less embarrassing, Words of Radiance. I think I bought this before I even started book 1. But guess what? I've owned book 3 for years, so you won't see that one in this haul. And then I have 3 secret books for a fun video project, so I can't show you those. Super random, The Catcher in the Rye. I thought I would buy books that like I should have read in high school and they either didn't get assigned to me or I just like didn't participate. How about books about poker? I actually love poker so much, and I can't wait for the World Series of Poker in-person tournament in Las Vegas in September. So to fill that void, I've been reading books about poker. I read Molly's Game, which is nonfiction, Bluff, which is fiction about a poker game, kind of. And I also bought The Biggest Bluff, which is nonfiction. The Noble Hustle by Colson Whitehead. Did you know Colson Whitehead wrote a book about poker? I did not know this existed until the day I bought it. Crazy. And then Last Call by Tim Powers. Never heard of him. It's a fiction. I think there's magic and a high stakes poker game, which like truly sounds like my thing. How about a book that I'm currently reading? Tell Me Lies by Carola Lovering. I also bought Too Good to Be True by her through Book of the Month, and I did a reading vlog on this one if you want to go watch that. Loved it, so I bought the other one. Oh, we could discuss how many of these books I've already read. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've read 8.5 of the 59 books. I bought 3 books by an author I'd never read before, John Mars. The One, The Passengers, and The Minders. I bought all 3 of these before I read one of them. I have now read The One though and absolutely loved it, thankfully, because I have 3. Here's a book I bought because a lot of people love it and I never had any interest in it until I saw it for $3. Here's a favorite author purchase, Peter Swanson. Read it, not great, but I love Peter Swanson. House of Leaves, which is like buying 10 books because it's this crazy, weird, textbook looking book, but I saw a book club on YouTube reading it and loving it, so I bought it. James Patterson's Women's Murder Club, which I think I'm going to do a whole video on because I've literally read 20 books from a series and don't even really talk about it. A Book of the Month, thriller. It was good. Ooh, this one I found for a good deal. Special Topics in Calamity Physics. My dog that I used to have ate my beautiful hardcover copy, so I bought a pretty paperback version. Here's a stack of books that I was so highly anticipating that I pre-ordered them, but I haven't even started yet, including my most anticipated book of the year, Malibu Rising, but also The Library of the Dead, Blood Like Magic, This Poison Heart, Sorrowland, Dead Dead Girls, and The Conductors. So, oh my god, this shirt was not made to be picking up stuff and moving my arms around, but Here's a group of books that I bought because I started shopping on Better World Books. The Mother-in-Law, A Place for Us, The Girl with a Clock for a Heart, The Complete and Unabridged Fiction of Nella Larson, Normal People by Sally Rooney, because I was watching iCarly, The Sky Is Not the Limit by Neil deGrasse Tyson, People We Met on Vacation, this new COVID pandemic lockdown thriller, random thriller. So You've Been Publicly Shamed. I felt like I needed this to read this book as research for a short story that I'm writing. Haven't read it yet. Oh, that's the way. What It Means When a Man Falls from the Sky. Recent purchases: 2 thrillers by an author I've never read. Don't know why on earth I bought this. B.A. Paris, which I've read 2 of their books and liked them, and this is the first book I actually own by this person. Another high school read I never read, The Outsiders. Unburied Carol by Josh Malerman. The Hidden Girls and Other Stories by Ken Liu. I don't even read short stories, really. I mean, I think I've read a couple short story bind-ups. Never a short story bind-up by one author, and yet I have multiple here. Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. The Final Revival of Oprah and Nev by Donnie Walton. I'm actually really excited to read this. And I did read about 150 pages of it, but my brain does this thing where if I am loving a book too much, I have to stop reading it until I'm ready to enjoy a book this much. And then I wait so long that I forget the beginning of the story, and then I'm gonna have to reread the beginning. But now I don't want to read it because I'll have to go back and reread the beginning. So I thought this was magical, but The Last Apothecary, and it turns out it's not magical. Office of Historical Corrections. More short stories. How to Stop Time, Matt Haig. Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. A Man Called Uva, Frederick Backman. I actually did listen to this audiobook. Cute. Generic thriller. Like, is there a more generic thriller? Genuine Fraud by E. Lockhart. I actually read and loved this book recently, so. Loved? Well, strongly liked. And that's all. I'm exhausted. I probably really sped through that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you wanted to know more about the books, okay? This video is more about just telling what I read so I can stop stockpiling my new purchases and actually fix my bookshelf, because I haven't shelved any of my new books in a very long time. It's very messy back there. So yes, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to judge me below and tell me that I'm awful. And now my cat is eating plastic in the kitchen, so I've got to go. Okay, bye.